Just making a quick video on how to install an NVIDIA Tesla GPU in the Dell Precision Tower 7810. And one consideration you're going to want to make is verifying that you have power supply that can handle the load you're up against. So this comes with a 685 watt and 825 watt power supply option. If you're running dual CPUs and you want to add the GPU, you may want to make sure you have the 825 watt power supply, just so you don't run into any power limits. But first thing you'll want to do, obviously, is take off the side panel. And from there, you'll notice you have multiple PCI slots, and some of them are labeled. So like this top PCI slot is 25 watt, the next one down is 75 watt, and this it's this one here, slot 4, is also 75 watt. So these two slots are the slots that you're going to want to use when installing a Tesla GPU, because the GPU pulls power from the slot and its connector. And unlike the servers, the slots aren't tied to specific CPUs, so you shouldn't have to worry about having a dual CPU configuration. And to get power for the GPU, you could use an adapter, but since this officially comes with two 6-pin connectors, it's probably not the best idea, because you would have to convert these to dual 8 pins, and then those dual 8 pins to a EPS 12 volt. I do have cables that I sell, although when this video is out, they're probably going to be out of stock because I only have a test batch. They haven't been a very high selling item, so I haven't committed to having a bulk quantity made. To get to the power cable connection spot, you need to remove this little shroud over the power supply distribution board. And if you already have a GPU power cable installed, you'll see where it goes. So it's plugged in here, and you'll need to remove that. Pinout on this is essentially PCI Express 8-pin, and it even uses the same connector. Although, if you look, oh no, the same, right? Yeah. I was gonna say that those look a little squarer than normal, but they just look odd because these pins aren't populated. I did verify with the meter that these two pins are connected to ground, so my wiring isn't official, but it's functional, and it's been very thoroughly verified. Basically, I'm using the same pinout that the servers use in my cables. So with that though being said, basically if you wire up your own cable, you want PCI Express 8-pin wiring basically with the normal PCI Express 8-pin power connection, and then on the other end it'll be just your standard EPS 12 volt pinout. But anyways, so you'll take this cable and you'll plug it in to the port. Oops, wrong way around. That's to your GPU power port. And then just slide your cover back over that. There we go. And the offset wrong. And to install the GPU, you'll need to release these retention clips here. So you just push down on it and rotate them outwards. And once you have them rotated out, you can install the GPU, which it'll just slot in like a normal GPU. Now, since these do not have onboard graphics, you will still need a graphics card for video output. You can put it either in the top slot or one of the other PCI Express slots. Depending on what your fan shroud you're using is to cool the GPU, you may want to actually put it in the lower slot. So put it in slot 4 instead of slot 2. And from there, once you have it installed, you'll need to hook up your power and your fans. To get power for the fans, I would recommend buying a SATA to your standard 3-pin, 4-pin fan connector adapter. You can run these passively cooled in the case if you don't mind thermal throttling. They will thermal throttle even if you set the fans to 100% in BIOS. The other thing is, depending on the design of your fan shroud, the GPU support bracket will probably get in the way. So let's adjust my camera here, I think, to get a little bit better angle. To remove that, there's a little locking tab here, a little springy tab. You just pull that away from the case, so push it that way. And then once you get it to release from its little hole it's in, you just lift this up and whoops, pull it out of the way. It kind of slots down over everything basically, and that'll give you more clearance to do your cooling. Obviously this drive cage might be in the way as well, so if you decide that you want to run that in that slot, you would need to remove the drive cage, and that'll give you more room to work with. Alternatively, if you put it in slot 4, you will have more room to work with. Just demonstrate that here. Slot 4 is a little bit more forgiving when it comes to cooling. You can still have this in here and not have things in the way. But then, yeah, after you get everything in place, it's just a simple matter of plugging your cable in. And for the most part, you should be good to go. You will want to make sure your BIOS is up to date and you have above 4G encoding enabled. But yeah, otherwise that's just a quick little guide on how to install Tesla GPU in the Dell Precision Tower 7810.